I went in there with just wanting a nose job and my lips done, and he made me feel like my entire face was messed up. I left in tears because I thought, I am so hideous. My name is Shanna. I do anti-aging research and consulting.
My name is Tanisha, AKA Vitiligo Queen. I do a lot of advocacy for vitiligo awareness.
Hi, I'm Rena, and I'm an actress.
My name is Carly. I'm a healthy lifestyle coach.
My name is Dr Patel, and I'm a facial plastic surgeon in Beverly Hills.
My name is Nicola Lowry. I am a physician assistant practicing aesthetic medicine. I've been practicing for 14 years, and I'm a national trainer for Allergan, the makers of Botox and fillers.
Can I please have my natural beauty folks on the left and my cosmetic surgery group on the right? The cosmetic surgery industry exploits people's insecurities.
I don't think the industry as a whole does. It's money, right? So I think there's motivation behind women not feeling good about themselves. And I do think there are certain companies and individuals who would exploit that in order to make it more lucrative for them. It just makes sense. That's how businesses work.
Some places where I've worked, they tell you, like, bring out those insecurities because I want them to buy these products.
You mean like at a training they tell you that?
Right, and I'm not gonna do that to someone that's like, oh, well, you have this, this, and this wrong. Maybe you wanna fix it? Yeah. I'm not gonna do that to somebody and create an insecurity in them that maybe they knew they had and now playing on it, or maybe they didn't know, but now they do.
Definitely. I was only 18. When I called for my consult, I said I would like to have a consult for a rhinoplasty and lip injections. And he gave me that I needed cheek implants, I needed to have my brow line shaved down because changing my nose would change the entire shape of my face. And I felt very much so like he just saw me as money.
There's good doctors and bad doctors.
Yeah.
And in the end, the important thing to realize is that doctors are trying to do good for other people. There's exceptions, but it's a professional society where our goal is to help other people. And initially going into the cosmetic world especially, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and as a doctor, you're always taught a couple of laurels from benevolence to do no harm.
The insecurity is inherent in all of us. Some of us have more, some of us have less, but it was already there. And does the cosmetic industry capitalize on our insecurities? Sure, I think that there is a piece of that. But as all industries, they're just trying to market to the people that are going to utilize their product.
I wish I could change something about my appearance.
Yeah, I feel like just because I want to change something about myself doesn't necessarily mean that I don't accept myself. Those are the thoughts that prompt me to work on acceptance of myself.
Something that I come across a lot in my practice is not so much that someone wants to change the way that they look, but they want to preserve it. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of issues, especially with women, with the aging process. It's not so much that they want to be somebody else or they want to look like somebody else, but they want to stay looking like them. I fully intend to do a facelift when the time is right. And not because I want to look different, but because I want to continue to look as young as I feel.
Yeah, I think for me, major decision for me to get cosmetic surgery was that I was in my early 20s and I had a massive weight loss. I naturally lost the weight. I lost 175 pounds and my skin looked like a 90-year-old. So for me, I consider it more like reconstructive and kind of getting back to what I was supposed to be before I did, some damage to myself.
For me, I spent my entire childhood into my early adult life wishing I looked different. I promised myself that I would never ever tell myself, I wish I had this. I wish I looked like this. because I found that triggered things for me that brought back places that I used to be with my eating disorder.
I think that's great, and I hope you don't take offense to this, but you're gorgeous.
Thank you.
And I feel like if I was naturally that like beautiful, it wouldn't be that hard to like be like, oh my God, my face is gorgeous. You know, I'm gonna accept myself. There are people who have facial deformities and body deformities, like kind of what I consider what I went through. It's a little harder.
Yeah, oh definitely. Yes, might have a pretty face, but I was always the largest of all of my friends, the largest of my family. 5 years of my life I spent constantly waking up in the morning and picking apart every single part of my body. I can't continue this constant, terrible habit of bulimia or I'm going to die.
Yeah,
So it was just...
I was horribly bulimic for a year and a half. Like it was awful.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Yeah. It's not easy.
Cosmetic surgery can empower you.
I do wish that every woman could wake up and look in the mirror and be like, I am so beautiful just the way I am. But I also think that if you can do something to give yourself that feeling, then that's really great, and that is a beautiful thing.
So one of the questions we actually asked on our questionnaire is, what are your motivations for surgery? And someone who says, I can't get a boyfriend, you know, I'm getting bad grades because I have this particular look, they're a bad candidate for surgery. And you know, that's part of medical school training, that's part of becoming a surgeon, is understanding what these triggers are. What are the signs that tell you as a surgeon this is not going to be someone who's going to be happy afterwards?
Whether or not you are inherently truly happy or not, I think that's hugely important. But what if you're a happy person, but you hate your nose? Or what if you're a very happy person and you were born with a cleft palate? And you want to be able to project your image to the world that's congruent with how you feel on the inside. And maybe you're experiencing negativity because of the way you were born naturally.
Every day I experience stories of empowerment with patients, but for me, a particular one comes essentially from someone who was so unempowered by her experiences. This girl, she was 23 at the time, was beat by her father when she was younger and sustained significant trauma to her nose. And helping her and fixing her nose and the gratitude she showed and realizing that you didn't help her for that day, you didn't help her for that week, it's for the rest of her life she can start moving on. And that empowerment is a perfect example of what cosmetic surgery, and that truly was that. It was just a cosmetic surgery. It was not so she could breathe, it wasn't so she could move around better, it was to make her look a certain way so she doesn't have to remember that experience.
There is too much pressure on women to look a certain way.
We live in an Insta life now with, we have dating apps where you can swipe hundreds of people a day. And, you can go online and post a good selfie of yourself and get, hundreds of likes. And you feel like there's so much pressure to look and be a certain way, like you can never fall.
If you just kind of look at the way that things have changed around pregnancy, a lot of women now want to go and have a baby with a beat face. Like, everything is perfect. It's about the perfect picture. I have to have my makeup and my brows now. I understand some things you just want to be perfect. I get it. I want to be able to just embrace the moments with my child and not worry about all this makeup I have on right now.
I think we've been kind of comparing, say the 25-year-old to the 25-year-old. But then let's think about the women that are middle-aged and
Absolutely.
are having to keep up with the younger girls to try and still feel attractive and relevant. And I do see that a lot even with my clientele. I have women that are married to very wealthy men.
Yeah.
And that their greatest fear is that they will end up becoming the second wife because the new and improved wife is on her way in and she's on her way out. So this pressure to maintain youth and beauty and relevance is so huge for
them. But not really realizing that it's that man
is a jerk.
Right. And it's like it's not us. It's really the person that you're with. And so I think that always having to keep up with the Joneses. And always wanted to just like, I have to look this way because this person has to love me. Sure. And if this person doesn't love me, I have to make myself be who he loves.
To take it
it's
to
a lot of pressure.
I am beautiful.
Okay, so I'm gonna go first because I woke up this morning and I really loved myself. Okay. With me having vitiligo, it took a long time. When I first was diagnosed at 5, no one knew what it was. Everyone thought Michael Jackson made it up. Like, it's a real thing. No one knew that it was real. So a lot of people's first time encountering what it actually looked like in person was me. It took a long time for me to get to this point to where I'm just like, whew, I love who I am. I'm super beautiful for things that I do, not particularly how I look. I mean, I'm cute.
Yes,
I cute whatever. You know, my brows are nice. You know, but I feel so beautiful for the way that I make other people feel, and just like how I love myself.
One of the things that happened with me gaining the weight really fast and then losing it really fast is I have a lot of stretch marks. I have a friend who's really into body positivity, and she's a photographer, and she took pictures of these ugly parts of me, and she's just like, wow, that is so beautiful. And like, I could see through her eyes, like, I'm starting to see myself in that way. Even those things that will never get fixed, there is no way to fix them. There is no way to replace my skin with other skin. It's different, but it's beautiful.
You know, if there's one message that I want to get out to men today, a simple thing like someone telling you look beautiful, without being creepy, of course, but someone just telling you look beautiful, all of you guys look beautiful, that makes a big difference. To everyone, tell people they're
Even
beautiful.
yourself, because men are beautiful too. Yeah.
Correct. Thank you guys for this experience. You guys were amazing.
I'm a hugger, so.
High fives and hugs. High fives and hugs. Thank you guys. Amazing experience.
You're awesome.
Great meeting you. Hi guys, my name is Erin and I'm from Jubilee Media. I really hope you enjoyed this video and took something away from both sides. We really try to encourage people to listen to others because we believe that's the first step to change. And so check out our other work, tell us what you think below, and we hope you will watch another video of ours soon.